Hello and welcome to me playing Dwarf Fortress. I'm starting a new world, so I'm excited about that. Smaller. Yeah, I used to do small all the time. Now I'm switching to medium. I used to do I'll go back and forth. Started off on large and I stopped doing that pretty quickly. Um, Civilization's high, sights high, beasts very high, savagery very high, minerals everywhere. Let's try that. Let me get something. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that flute noise. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Not enough selection for what I'm looking for. I want to make sure I do the... Okay, there we go. There we are. No. I want something on the... what I've been doing lately is I want to get something... Ooh, I saw good lands. I should have... I want to get something on the tropical temperate border that's heavily forested and flat. Volcano is a big plus, although I don't expect one, you know. Yeah, it just keeps giving me sand deserts. A lot of mountain there. Oh, good lands again. That wasn't heavily forested good lands, though. Let's see. We got good reputation of dwarves and elves. What about the humans? Okay, humans are here. Yeah, maybe jungle lancers. Prairie lands. Alright, let's give this one a check. I don't like where the volcano is. I want some volcanism. I think typically I don't know if this is true, but I try and get close to the volcano. I've had some luck with that. But I don't know. I mean, you know, a good point is I don't know what I'm talking about. But, that looks swampy. I mean, what's the difference between a jungle and a swamp? Well, I mean, yeah, also swamps are very rainy, too. Plus, who wants to live in a swamp? I think of mosquitoes. As big as your head. Oh, come on. Keeps giving me too many mountains there. And mountains ain't flat. Come on. Ugh. Seems to give me what I don't want every time. Oh. Let's see, we've been going for 3 minutes. No, come on. Huh. It's just amazing how this map, I just never get a map I like. I mean, I do. But it takes a while. Oh, that one I should have, the one with the volcano right there was good. Oh, that one's not. Yeah, I suffer from perfectionism. I do. And I suffer. Come on. No? Doesn't look forested enough, but looks like there's plenty of humans. Looks like there's elves and dwarves. Okay. Definitely a lot of goblins. Elven. Humans, right? I saw humans over here, didn't I? Yeah. Looks like the elves have conquered some humans. Alright, yeah, the humans are here. There's a lot of them, actually. Alright, let's take a look at this place. Start playing in Region 2. Let's take a look at that volcano just for fun. It's probably too high. It usually is. Yeah. I don't like that. It doesn't have what I like either. Where's the sand? I hate it when it cheats me out of sand. Alright, here we go. Fuck, get out of my way. Oh, fucking goblins are everywhere. Temperate tropical. God, get out of the way, man. Here we go. Not terrible. It's a stream now. I prefer a brook. Let's take a look. Stream, brook. Don't want a marsh. Well, ugh. I mean, I saw a few places are not bad. Alright, I want water access. Alright, there we go. It's still a stream, though. How high up is it? Well, that's pretty low. Alright, that's better. Calm, I don't like that. Oh, that is nice and flat. Yeah, woodland, a good bulk of it, so. Shrubland. The Emerald Hills. Moderate vegetation, woodland. Calm. It's got a stream. Everything has everything, so that's good. The Bewildering Forest, nice name. Hot, heavily forested, this is warm. Hot, heavily forested, thick, calm. Tropical shrubland, the Emerald Hills. Oh, it's the temperate version. This is the tropical version. And this one is hot, this one is warm. Woodland, moderate, calm. Sand, clay, very deep soil. Shallow metals, deep metals, flux-stone layer. Oh, it's very deep soil everywhere. Let's do the micro break. This is what I call the micro breakdown. I think I'm going to do a 4x4. I like 5x5s, but 4x4s are easier on the processor, of course. Okay, there's only one civilization. It's the scraped doors. All right, so we're going to do that. But, you know, before I do that, I always like to go into Legends mode and do some things. I like to export the map. And then I like to, yeah, there we go. There's the hit I was looking for. No. What is that? Oh, damn it. Yeah, it's hard for me to see because the recording software is covering the way I have this. Alright, so Legend Viewer. Alright. Legends Viewer. Okay, the scraped doors. Rith. Oh, she wants to start a family. Good. Okay, good. She's got some social skills. Cool. We've lost against the Ogre Sister of Pattering. No. Here are the gods. Nice. We don't have any evil gods of suicide or bullshit. Alright, I like that. I don't like evil gods. And I don't like, wow, look how many goblins there are. The dwarves are suffering here. We're the only civilization. Kobolds are small too, but the kobolds are almost always small, if they're even here. The elves are, yeah, doing a little bit better than us, not much. The humans are doing better than them, but man, the goblins, this is a goblin nation, the goblin world. It's called Smaxmo Zagu, the Land of Vision. I like that. Alright. Alright. Figure out where I was. Where the hell was I? Oh, this looks familiar. Is this it? Yeah. Scraped doors. Nice and flat. I like flat. Prepare carefully for the journey. Dwarf spreadsheet. Edge covers. Copper. Oh, green glass. Let's see. I was hoping they'd like goblets. It's a long shard. So copper. Black bronze. Aluminum. Rose gold. Platinum. This guy's pretty good. Got a couple decent dwarves, but I want more. Alpaca wool. Yeah, no. Firing them all. I was looking therapist, or therapist just to, I call it dwarf spreadsheet, but just to see, you know, just to, you know, I don't just pick a group. I don't just go with any group. I have to have certain likes. I want a strong starting group. Then whoever comes in, comes in. I like to at least have a starting 7 that I can make a iconic fortress with. That's kind of how I like to do it. Actually pretty good. Great. Clear glass. Iron. Sylvanite. Villain. Brass. Okay, brass. Greats. Greats are... Oh, electrum. Electrum's the shit, but that's some strong dwarves. Iron, Stilbenite, also another thing. Let's prospect all, see what we got. This is a very, very rough estimate, by the way. But we got coal. Alright, so this is a good thing. We got coal, lignite, and coalinite. I have no idea how much, because these numbers are not reliable. Got crystal rock. I hope we have a lot. Well, we always have it. It's just a matter of how much. Alright, so we got platinum. If it's on there, we have it. But who knows where it's really going to be. Magnetite, so we have iron, perfect, hematite, limonite, I got all the irons. Bismuthinite, well, that's, yeah. Cassiterite. Alright, so, oh, yeah, I was looking for stilbenite. Oh, they usually you only get like a smattering of that, like a tiny bit, and I think it's down here. Yeah, you know what? That's not a big factor, even if we do have it, because we don't even have any. I don't know. I'm just looking. You know what? I don't want that group. I want a better group. I want one that I go, wow. Alright, this is the last time that I will put you through this. I'll put me through this a few times because I want to get a group that I like. I can't remember where it was. Totally lost. Oh yeah, here it is. I keep losing that piece. Alright, so if I don't have this, I'll put you on pause and I will look. It's more OCD. I don't need to scroll through that. Alright, so if this group doesn't make magic, I will leave and come back. Anvils. Your lights. Pig iron. Silver. Aluminum. Electrum. You're not that great though. Beds. Pitch blend. See, if they like something, they'll be better at it. Yeah, nothing. Green glass. You're the one who likes yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep looking. I want to be wowed. This isn't wowing me. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I did it. I went. I fought a couple times, and I found this group. I like this group, and I'm doing something a little different. I always change it up each time to kind of dictate. You know, it's dictated by what the dwarves are at. But I did something a little more different. Kind of been focusing a little bit more on social skills. So that's kind of what I did. Ingus is not really a wax worker. I do that because you can't click here. I just do that as a placeholder, just because I'm gonna. That's who I decide. The pace because like broker is really good here. 77.12. These numbers. This number is like 50 is like the median average based on I guess the Dwarven national average, as well as the average of those in the group. Like if you have people who are really skilled in the group, it'll affect the number too, or vice versa. If they're not skilled, you'll get a higher number, that sort of thing. So I decided I'm going to have my broker just be a broker. I usually like to like max out a skill, but I didn't do that this time. Alright, so likes bronze 2, eh? Alright, so yeah, this is okay, so we go so almost here is the weaponsmith. So you can see I maxed out weaponsmith, and with the remaining points, as I had put 5 into weaponsmith, so I had 5 more points. I put 1 in comedian, 2 in consoler, 2 in pacifier. This is so everybody gets along, is welcoming to new dwarves. So this is like just group cohesion skills. I believe it works because I've done it, you know, both ways, and it seems to help. It seems to help me give them some social skills, you know. That's been my experience. They tend not to, they tend to all become friends, at least the starting 7. And then a lot of times even the migrants will be friends with them and each other because, you know, it has a happy vibe. So let's take a look at Almost. So Almost here likes steel. That's why this number is inflated. Otherwise, probably be median, like what, 49.83, which is still fine. But once we get steel, we'll be cranking out some really cool steel stuff. So that's why I like to do that. Ingus here is my broker, who I was actually just showing here. Now the thing is, as you can see, I mean, better skills for a broker or negotiator, persuader, appraiser, and judge of intent are, you know, helpful too. You know, any even intimidator and, you know, liar and that stuff. It actually kind of conversationalist kind of helps out. But I want to just give them these skills for group cohesion and also comedian they don't necessarily get. And those skills, those ones I was mentioning, they're so much easier to skill up. Especially like, you know, judge of intent, you just eventually get that once you do enough deals. Negotiator, player, persuader, that skills up pretty good too, and stuff like that. So, consoler, pacifier, comedian, you know, I just want them to have that off the bat because they may not get comedian at all, and consoler and pacifier, yeah, they might not get that either. You know, I mean, I think they can all have the potential to skill that up, but comedian's a little different with that. All right, so that's Ingus. We got Obak is the metalsmith. Again, novice comedian, adequate pacifier, and consoler. All right, so Ingus, or no, not Ingus. It's Obak. Obak right here likes making bins and anvils. Not the best combination. Also likes crystal glass, but that doesn't really count. And likes aluminum. That's not really a thing. But if he ever makes any aluminum stuff, cool. There's no aluminum on this map, but I got it for the bin. You know, I want metalsmith and bins and anvils. I'll make some anvils and bins. Yeah, I like to make them out of steel. Out of metal actually instead of wood, if I can help it. It's more convenient to do out of wood, obviously. Speaking of wood, here's Axelar Carpenter again. Novice comedian, adequate solar and pacifier. That's what I do with all the ones that aren't the doctor or the broker. The doctor actually has these too. Well, actually, no, I changed it up a little bit. Novice comedian, adequate consoler, adequate pacifier. Those are the things. All right, so maximum carpenter. We can see Saxel here, pretty good. We're at 100%. Likes beds and shields, and those are both things I like. I hate it when it's bucklers. That irritates me. You know, it's never wheelbarrows. They never have wheelbarrows or minecart. I don't care about minecarts. I don't do minecarts. But why don't dwarves like wheelbarrows? I don't know. Question. I'm just asking questions. Zuthan is our glassmaker. Again, you know, novice comedian, adequate consoler and pacifier. Alright, so Zuthan likes green glass. So 62.38, it would probably be closer to this number, probably. So, but I mean, we're mostly going to be working with green glass, and it encourages me to continue to do that. Likes crowns, so if there's a, you know, I can't make glass crowns, but I can if there's a strange mood. I don't know why I brought that up. It's not relevant. Methos is our mechanic. Again, novice comedian, adequate consoler and pacifier. Methos is right here. And you can see 64.08. It's really good. Likes limestone. We even have limestone. You know, I didn't bother checking. That wasn't really consideration, but and typically with fluxes. No, we just got marble. It looks like, or chalk. We got chalk. Do we have marble? I don't see marble. Interesting. Really, no marble? Got granite too. Marble. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty good. And then our last dwarf is Logum. Logum is our doctor, so I put one in each doctor skill. Novice, wound dresser, diagnostician, surgeon, bone doctor, and suturer. And here I made him a little funny, and I didn't focus on pacifier quite. I just put novice pacifier, but adequate, consoler, and comedian. I want a funny doctor. So I took it from consoler is very relevant for a doctor, but you know, pacifier not as much. I mean, it can be. Hopefully not. But all right. And we could see he's got really good doctor skills. The nurse is way up there. It's a pretty solid group for what they're specializing in. I think actually I'm going to have Logum do the cooking. Yeah. I'm going to go that way with it. Next chert. Do we have chert? Just curious because I have somebody do the. No, we don't. We don't have chert. I have to have somebody do the. What do you call it? Yeah. So I was thinking of maybe having Inga's do a little bit of leather work. Yeah, probably just gonna grab a pick. Probably just gonna grab a pick. Likes bronze. Take up bronze. That'll make you happy, right? Maybe masonry and yeah, masonry and digging. I don't know, something like that. All right. So let's go to stuff. All right, stuff. All right, I'm gonna start on this side. There's not as much. All right, we got 4 turkey hens. I didn't bring a gobbler. We're just gonna, we're gonna get the eggs, and then we're gonna slaughter the turkeys, and we're gonna get the meat, the leather, the bone, the skulls, And we got 4 dogs, 3 female, 1 male, so good for breeding. We'll get dogs and make more dogs. Cats, breeding pair of cats for critters and varmints. That's it for the animals. Iron anvil, don't leave mountain home without one, I always say. Wine, ale, beer, and rum. I all have 6 units. It's 5 per barrel. That's 2 points per unit. You get the barrels for free. So that's 1 barrel. That's 2 barrels. It's 1 full barrel and 1 barrel with just 1 unit in it, the minimum amount. It's an exploit, but the outfitter might look at us and say, "Hey, you're taking advantage." Like, "Hey, we're expanding the kingdom, so I'm okay with it. I don't feel guilty. I don't. We're we're putting ourselves on the line here. It's a dangerous world out there. Do you know that 9 out of 10 embarkments end in disaster? I mean, I can't wait to see what happens to us, but still, I'm just saying. All right, willow logs. It's 10 points for a charcoal. It's 3 points for a log. This isn't so much an exploit because, in my opinion, because you gotta make a wood furnace to actually turn it. Yeah, so it's a little bit. There's a little bit of labor there, so that's fine. Plus, even like people who start where you just get like the min starts where you have like one thing to, 1 piece of charcoal and 1 thing to, 1 piece of ore and an anvil. Yeah, and then you use the wagon. I mean, you get on your feet so quick anyway. So it's like they could double the points and it wouldn't really change the game that much. All right, but all right, so that's the log. But I actually do milk it, as you can see. Speaking of which, we have milk too, but I'll get to that. All right, ruddle. I will turn that willow log initially into a mason's workshop and cut these ruddle boulders into blocks. You get 4 blocks per, so it's going to be 100 blocks. I like ruddle because it's magma safe, and I also like it for its purpleness. Got bituminous coal. Oops, bituminous coal. After I make the 1 charcoal, I'm going to use this for fuel. You get 9 fuel. You get coke, which is the same as charcoal. So, and then I use one of those 9 to burn the next. So I think of it as a net gain of 8 per. So that's a lot. Malachite is the ore of copper. It's a value of 2. It's military metal. That means that you can make weapons, armor, picks with it. Mechanisms if you want, and trap components. But I'm not going to actually smelt it alone. I'm going to smelt it with the cassiterite. Cassiterite's the ore of tin. It's value of 2. It's not a military metal. Smelt together, you get bronze, which is a higher grade military metal, so it makes everything better. It's got a value of 5. The leftover 2 malachite, I'm going to smelt with the sphalerite. Sphalerite, if you smelt it alone, makes zinc, which is a value of 2, not a military metal. But you smelt them together, you get what I call poor man's gold, which is also known as brass. It's got a value of 7, so it's, you know, bling bling, it's pretty. Yellow sand, they didn't have regular sand. I just usually go with regular sand, but they didn't have it, which is distressing. So I went with yellow sand. And this is going to be for my glass maker. This is also considered an exploit, but that's not the reason I do it. Like, even if it gave it to you without the bags and you didn't get the bags, but you got the, I would still do it. Or if I had to buy the bags, I would still get sand. I just would not get as much. Because you get every 1 point. Talk about exploits. You get a 10-point bag for free. So that's 1,510 points worth of free bags. It's crazy. But like I said, the points don't really... yeah, having extra stuff doesn't really help you all that much, as much as you would think. I got one of each of the milks. Again, this is an exploit because you get a free 10-point barrel for each different type of milk. But the primary reason I do it isn't for the exploit, although I like the exploit and I use it to my advantage because I want to have the barrels, and you'll see what I'm gonna start using those. But I can turn this into cheese, and more importantly, I can turn off permissions in the kitchen saying don't cook cow's milk. So if I'm cooking, if I just have my cook cooking, he's not going to just start cooking the milk. And you can only turn off permissions if you actually have it. So I have it. So there's that. All right. Group name. The Mansion of Strikes. Let's get a different name. The Severe Furnaces. Okay. All right. Fortress name. Heroic Winds. That's a little ostentatious. Glowing Dies? No. Coalgods. Okay. We're the Coalgods. That's interesting. Gods is very ostentatious, but with coal in front of it, I don't know. It tones it down about a bit. But anything gods is probably okay. Now let's go symbol. The persuasive handle. Now let's get a different name. The helmed cloak. Okay. Here we go. The helm cloak. It's an image of a helm and a cloak. The cloak is hanging from the helm. Cool. Embark. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it, everybody. Here we go. Oh, we're finally here. Oh, let me turn back on Sound Sense. I turned it off because it drives me nuts. There we go. Ear the lions get hungry. Horizon, oh, that's cool. Coalgods strike the earth. Okay, here we are. Oh, what's that wagon made of? Tower cap. Not that it matters, but that's cool. I like that they used an underground one. Alright, let's do a pan out. Ooh, this is nice and flat. I thought there was some dimension to this, but there isn't. Even better. I like ultra flat. I do. Alright, so this is heavily forested up here. It's still not that bad though. And this is actually, yeah, pretty well forested for what it is. Because sometimes it's a little sparser. I mean, just because it's not totally uniform. Like if something is heavily forested or... Okay, what's in the area? We got something in the area. We got some... Ooh, hippos. Hippos are dangerous. They're over there, though. Hopefully they travel off the map. I've had hippos in the area before, and they have not bothered me. Alligators are worse. Although I think in real life hippos are worse, but in this game, I haven't had as much of a problem with the hippos as I had like alligators. Alligators. Yeah, from my understanding, in real life, hippos are very aggressive. Um, but I don't think I've ever had yeah, tropical. So we're gonna have tropical creatures. All right, cool. All right, so we've checked to see what's in the area. What animals did we bring? A yak cow and a one hunt camel. That's what we got. All right, let's do the old prospect all. Nope, prospect all. All right, so this is I do 3 cheats, pretty much. Um, I do this cheat where, and this is not that much of a cheat. A lot of people do this, where you look at everything. I mean, this is gives you a total of everything, not just here. There's prospect where you could instead of just going through and counting like all the trees you would get up and stuff like that, and all the vegetables and stones and all that stuff. It does it for you. Prospect All does the entire map, so even underground, so you get an idea of where the caverns come in. We can see 113 is our base here. 95 looks like it's the highest of the underground stuff. So 95 could very well be the very bottom of the topmost layer, the first level of the caverns. It's not an exact science, but we don't have a lot of room apparently, so we might hit the caverns. If we go down too far, go down 20, we're gonna start probably running into them, or Sue, or more than that anyway. You can always miss them too. Okay, so it shows what kind of trees we have. Yeah, this is the bottom layer down here. There's a second layer, but sorry, sometimes it's hard to tell where it would be. Okay. Yeah, not all wide variety, but we got some stuff. Alright. Oh, we got a good amount of coal. That's good. Lignite, good. 15 granite coalnite, good. That's for porcelain. Crystal rock is at 3 grand. I like to see that at least a grand. I like to see adamantine at least a grand. It's a grand. I'd like to see more than that, but it is what it is. Bismuthinite over a grand. That's actually a lot for bismuthinite. Usually you only get a pittance. Platinum, we got some platinum, not a lot. 2,700. Horn silver, we got the silvers. We got horn silver. We got native silver, 6,800. Tetrahedrite has 20% silver. That means you get 4 copper bars and 4 20% chances of an extra silver bar. Galena is the only other one like that. This ore of lead, so you get 4 lead. Any ore of you get 4. And you get 4 50% chances of an extra silver bar. So we got that. We got hematite, limatite, and magnetite. Those are my irons. I have a lot of iron. That's good. I mean, if I have like 10 grand, I'm good. I have over double that. Sphalerite is for more zinc if I want to do more brass. Garnite is the ore of nickel. It's magma safe in garnite and nickel form. So is iron. Iron is all magma safe as well. Lead is not. Cassiterite, the ore of tin, so I could do tin glazes. I could do more bronze, but typically, if I got iron, I'm gonna go iron steel. I'm not gonna fart around with bronze too much. I might. I mean, depending on what I hit. I've done it. Silver I covered. Gold is gold. Gold is good. And I don't have any volcanism, unfortunately. -1, so it's way down there. We'll get there though. Probably dig for it. So I got chalk. I got chalk and not marble. Okay. That's what I got. And that's what I got. We got granite. Oh, we got granite on top too. Okay, cool. Probably do a granite fort. Do a chalk fort. I don't want to do a chalk fort. I want to do a chalk fort, but want to use that as flux. Well, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of it. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing. But then I'm always like, I don't know. Chalk and granite. Is that a nice combination? Maybe. Phyllite too. Alright, I'm just taking a look at seeing what we got. Alright, so I think that about covers it. Alright. We got hippos. That's very scary. But that's okay, because we're brave. Alright, thanks for watching. Coalgods. Have a good one. Thanks and bye.